Whether or not I should share the text I'm going to share with you today for a while now.
Kathy has decided to share the text messages between her and StepMom that were the precursor to StepMom texting Kathy's mom, Debbie. I want to point out really quickly that Kathy always reads whatever she wants everyone to know. She never shares it on the screen in its entirety, only to retract, sensitive information. And that's going to be really interesting in today's video because she's definitely twisting some things around to suit her narrative. So you can shoot over to her page to watch the video in its entirety, but I'm just going to skip through it to the parts where she's twisting the narrative and show you the actual evidence.
There is one line in StepMom's text to me that I am going to leave out because it's something I'm not willing to share publicly. It's something very personal about one of my daughters.
So the line that Kathy doesn't want to read says, "You disgust me as a mother and as a person. Anyone that would lie about their child being unaliving is sick." So, Kathy, this is really a line about you and your accusation about your own child rather than StepMom saying something about your child. So interesting that you chose to twist that narrative.
But you'll get the idea of what I'm trying to do with texting StepMom. I'm trying to connect with her mother to mother.
That's not what you said yesterday, is it? Let's go back and see.
So StepMom had gotten a new phone number and I didn't have it. I didn't know that. And my mom had given it to me so I could text her because I was trying to inquire about having them for Thanksgiving one year. This was like back in 2019.
Got it. Okay. First it was about Thanksgiving and then now it's about connecting mother to mother. Okay. Got it.
Also, I don't have a vindictive ex-husband. We have not brainwashed the girls, and you are the sole creator of this situation. You disgust me as a mother and a person.
So we know that Kathy likes context, right? So without finishing the entire sentence that StepMom wrote, it would appear that she made a pretty horrible statement to Kathy, right? With no basis. But if you read the entire sentence that StepMom sends to Kathy, you would see that she has a big reason to be upset at Kathy. And that changes the entire tone of the statement made.
That text told me a lot, in my opinion. Like, she said a lot in that first of all, you're giving them a choice to see me or not, when that's not.
Yeah, around the time of these text messages, the girls are somewhere between 10 and 12 or 11 and 13. And I know when my kids were that age, they absolutely were vocal about things that they did and did not want to do, things that they were and were not comfortable with. So to think that these girls were not able to articulate that they didn't want to see you, Kathy, I think is a bit naive on your part, to be honest with you.
What did I do? I didn't even do anything.
Girl, you did not just say that, right? Because, okay, we're going to show you the receipts one more time. Hold on, real quick. November 2017 is the police report your previous employers did, where they said that you might have just like five-finger discounted a few things. But I know what you're going to say. You're going to be like, were we right by your side? Were you right there with me? And we weren't, but you know who was? Real quick, 1 second. My girl A. She popped up in the DMs and she let us know that little sister got the MacBook and she got the iPhone, and she only realized that these were five-finger discounted by Mama Dearest when we posted that police report just a few days ago. So, interessante. Hold on, but we have more. In this police call that you made in May of 2018, which is a month after the CPO was granted, this is a little spat you had between you and your then fiance Charles, which is an eerily similar situation that you claimed was the initial reason why your ex-husband just, quote, believed Charles without any cause or reason and filed the protection order, right? But these are just a few reasons. We'll continue.
I did reply back, and I mean, I was just saying, like, you just proved my point. Like, nothing you're saying is true. I said, and I discussed you as a mother. What a horrible thing to say to someone. And I get a text from her again, and it said, "This is what I got today." And I was like, what is she talking about? And I was like, oh, she sent that to the wrong person. She was trying to forward my text on to somebody to show them what I had texted her. But me contacting her one time was going to be harassment. She was going to file harassment charges on me.
Kathy, we see how you react. We see how you get really like heightened and frustrated and you pop off. And it's really evident that you've done that in those text messages back to her. So please don't sit here and insult our intelligence by acting as though this is the first time you've ever text messaged her and she's just jumping the gun and saying she's going to file harassment motions against you if you don't stop messaging her. I mean, I think we're all smarter than that.
So I texted her that. And I said, I got your number. Like, send her, that's all I said. She replied back with a question mark. I didn't say anything. Several minutes go by, she responds again, probably best if you lose it. Girl, I wasn't talking about literally.
So let me get this straight. You can text her out of the blue to be antagonistic because you think something that's happening to you on the internet is tied back to her, even though she doesn't put anything out on the internet about you, but you put things about her on the internet. And yet she's the one who is the problem. And I don't think that her telling you to lose her number is her being literal. I think it's her being just as figurative as you're being. And the fact that you're too dense to grasp that shows you just how out of touch with reality you truly are.
Obsession, first of all, the obsession.
The fact of the matter here, the only person with the obsession is you. Stepmom's not talking about you. Dad's not talking about you. No one's talking about you. The only person that's talking about this situation is you. The only one that's making drama is you. No one is having an issue but you. The only one that's obsessed is you.
Any of that was true. You don't tell your kids that.
Kathy, you act like your children cannot think for themselves and that they have to be spoon-fed everything. Your girls are highly intelligent young women, okay? First of all. Second of all, it's called the internet and you are all over it, okay? And they can find things out for themselves. Like, what don't you understand? They are protecting them from those things. You are those things. Therefore, they are protecting the girls from you.
What they've done is taken some bits and pieces of backwards truth.
I'm going to say this. Were you right there with them? Were you right there next to them while those parents were teaching and raising those girls and telling them what to say? No, you weren't. It's just like you want people to back down on your page, you're going to have to back down here. You weren't there. You can't speak on it. Period. End of story. And what in the world is backwards truth? That what they're actually saying is true, but you don't want to acknowledge it because then that would make you the villain and not the victim as you're purporting yourself to be. And then you wouldn't be getting all the sympathy online? Is that what that is? Oh, okay. I thought so.